Hello, my YouTube friends. Thanks for joining in tonight. Oh man, if you haven't hit that subscribe button right down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come on in, man. We got a lot of great things going on at the Audio Master Show. Oh man, I've got some great stuff tonight for you guys, for you songwriters, and for you people who love to get in there and get creative in the studio and write some music. Oh yeah, man. Thank you guys for joining in tonight, man. Oh, here we are, man. It's such a beautiful evening, and we have rain on the way and flooding in Texas, and who knows what else is going to happen next, right? We're never surprised here in Texas at all the wonderful things that happen and go along here, man, because you just never know, man. Whether it's coming from the east or the west or the north or the south, it's coming, man. So we just get fired up and we get in our studio and crank everything up, man, because that's what we do. We crank everything up in the studio and we like to get rocking and rolling and we like to just get in the mood, right? Oh, man, I got to hold my microphones when I talk about this kind of stuff, man. I just get so fired up, you know what I mean? And I love talking about microphones and all kind of cool stuff. But tonight we have a special thing that we are going to talk about, and it's so vital for all you songwriters, musicians who play out live or actually just sit in your little room and record music like I do. It doesn't matter, man. But here's the gig, man. The question is, so I want this to resonate with each and every one of you tonight because the big question is, does your mood affect your music? Does your mood affect your music? We're going to answer that question tonight. So hang loose, man, and hang in there. Get you some popcorn, make you a little hot toddy, make some hot tea, whatever you like to get into and enjoy. Start enjoying it now and ease on back and kick your shoes off, man. We got a great show tonight in the Audio Master Studio. Ah, get so pumped up, man. Look, I got some great stuff that I've been just fired up about writing new tunes. Sat down the other night, man, tuned my guitar to an open G and just started ripping out some different chords and finding them. You know how you got to find those new chords and everything in those open tunings because they're all over the place. And although you start making these different positions with your fingers, they're different than your standard guitar positions, position one, position two, position three. They're just different. And so you have to find new stuff and get creative. And I love doing that with open tunings, man. There's a lot of open strings that just, make those beautiful notes and leave all those other harmonies, melodies, and articulation, arpeggios to just bring that song to life. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. I love it. Love it. But I was doing an open tuning, open G on my Taylor acoustic guitar the other night, man. I say the other night, but a few weeks back. What's the difference, right? I was got my guitar out, started playing all these different chords and making it happen, and I was just in that mood, right? I was in that mood of wanting to play my guitar and wanting to do something in an open tuning. So, man, I just started playing around and moving my fingers in different places and finding those cool chords. And once I found one, then it's about moving it up the neck and down the neck and how many places you can use that same position in different places up and down the neck, right? It's always a great place to start. And then finding the alternative to that, right, 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 right. But here's the thing: what lit the fire for me to pick up my guitar that can sit there for days, right? And you guys all know this. If you're a musician, sometimes you get in that little rut and your guitar, your instrument sits over there, and you might go a few days before you even pick it up, right? I know I do and have in the past. So here's the thing: does mood, I'm going to ask you again, Does your mood affect your music? Can it affect your music? Can your mood affect your music? I say that, man, with all honesty, because your mood does affect your music. And that's why so many songwriters love to go to some new place, take a vacation, get to another area so they can get inspired to grab their instrument and write their good stuff, man. It happens all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. Songwriters who need to be inspired by something, and that's why sometimes they say your best work comes from, broken hearts and, experience in life. Something dramatic has to happen to you for you to light that fire underneath you and to get in that mood to actually produce what's already inside of each and every one of us, man. Gotta laugh about this stuff, man, because it's so freaking true, man. And I just want to light the fire underneath you tonight, man, and get you pumped up in that studio that you have, that you spend all that money on, or your instrument or your piano that sits over here, and just start playing, man. Start playing and get in a mood, right? Get in a mood to start playing your instrument again. And here's what's going to happen. As soon as you do, the first week that you sit down on your instrument again, your guitar or your piano or synth or whatever you play, horn, it doesn't matter, you're going to write a new tune. Just because you've been sitting away for some time and hadn't been playing your instrument, and you're going to pick it up, and something's going to ring, something's going to set a fire underneath you, man, and you're going to get stoked about it, and you're going to start writing a new song, man. And here's the thing: mood does matter, because like I say, we can all get in that mood of complacency, especially as songwriters, musicians. We get so easy to get in our complacency and what's comfortable. For a lot of us, if you're a guitarist, you maybe just get in that complacency of playing the same old licks, the same old chords, the same old, and then it becomes boring to you and it doesn't excite you anymore. And it isn't until you learn a new song, whether it's a copy song or you write a new song, that inspires you to get back in there and start recording again and playing your instrument. Mood. Does mood affect and can it affect your music? That is the question, and that is the question I am answering now. And I want you guys to let this resonate with each and every one of you as as it should, for all you musicians out there and people who love to play music. Man, mood does make a difference. And look, I want to say this in all honesty and sincerely to each and every one of you. If you are a musician and you're in a place where you're complacent about writing, maybe you're just a great songwriter, okay, and you play a little bit of guitar, but you're a better songwriter than you are a guitar player. I've seen that happen. Or maybe you're a better guitar player than a songwriter. Here's the thing that I want to inspire you to do: find somebody that you know that is better than you at what you do. Maybe they're a better songwriter than you are. Invite him over and sit down, and y'all just have some refreshments together, whatever it is. Have some refreshments together and start enjoying one another's company. And if you're the guitar player, start playing some chords in front of the songwriter and start just, hey, look, this is what I come up with. What do you think? Start playing through the chords and whatever, and give him, don't wait. Just give him a sheet of paper, a notepad, and a pen. Set it in his lap, start playing your guitar, and watch him go to work too. He's going to start writing lyrics to what you're playing on that guitar, and y'all are going to come up with a song, man. And this is how it happens, man. This is how the great stuff happens. It's in some little hole in the wall, or it's sitting out underneath an oak tree in the backyard, having a brewski or whatever, or it's, who knows what it is, but it's getting together and encouraging one another to inspire one another to get creative. Okay. And sometimes it takes putting that notepad in his lap and saying, "Here, man, just write something comes to mind, man, write something." And before you know it, while you're just playing through your chords, he's going to be writing stuff down Okay. And he may even be singing if he's a singer. He's going to be singing what he hears in his head, and y'all are going to get inspired. So, does mood affect and can it affect your music? Can it affect your music, man? Does it affect your music? It does. It does. It does. It does. It does affect your music. And I just want to just reiterate on all these things tonight, just simply because I want to see each and every one of you get in your studio and start doing your passion and start playing your instrument again and start writing some great stuff that needs to be heard on the radio instead of all this cookie cutter stuff written by three or four people in the industry. And that's all we're hearing, man, is just three or four people's stuff. And I want to go, I want to just stick my finger as far as I can down my throat because it's not the real talent that's out there. What we're hearing, we're only hearing a select few of people producing and songs on the radio, and they're just hand spoon feeding it to these artists to sing, and then we're getting spoon fed the stuff on the radio to listen to and to buy. And so, look, man, I would love to see bands come together, start playing out live again, get in the studio, create a band, grab all the musicians. If you know some great musicians in your city or your town or whatever, go grab them and say, "Hey, look, man, I want to start a band with you. I hear you're the best guitar player in the world. I love to write lyrics and songs or whatever. Look, even if I gotta sit in the background and just write the music, I want to form a band. Let's get a band together. Let's get in the studio. Let's start recording and let's get some stuff out there because all this cookie cutter stuff on the radio it's got to go, man. It's got to go. We got to get back to the real bands, the bands of I think of all those bands, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s that was around. Amazing stuff, man. Now we got these single artists out there and they're handwritten songs to them and said, sing it. They sing one or two songs or an album and then they're out the door and they find somebody else. Oh, come on, guys, man. I want to inspire each and every one of you because I know there's so much talent out there, man. So much talent out there to get in the studio and start recording some stuff. Look, I got a friend I met the other day, man. I met him at the automotive store. I was in there. He just knew I was into music. I don't know. Maybe I had my Audio Master shirt on. I don't know. But anyway, we started talking about music. He's a young engineer and he's got some music. And I tell him, I said, look, man, whenever I get my book going on and published, and it's right there, it's almost out there. I'm gonna have you in the studio. He's like, man, I got this new song and I want to record it, man. So I'm gonna invite him over, and I can't wait to invite him over because I'm gonna help him, man. And whether he knows it or not, he's gonna help me too, because I'm gonna get him to play engineer while I track and do some stuff. But man, this is what it's all about getting fired up, getting in the mood of doing what you love. And, sometimes it means setting aside the other things, you know what I mean? Just to have some personal time to yourself so that you can grow and so that you can, feel like that you can, have a life other than just being on that wheel, right? So sometimes we need to get off that wheel and step aside and have some personal time to ourselves and grab our instrument and get inspired and start writing lyrics to our songs and whatnot. Like I say, I grabbed my six string over here, my Taylor, and I did an open G tuning on it. And before you know it, before the night was over, I had a song that was written and I wouldn't change a word on it. Usually I'll write a song and there'll be a word or two within a phrase that I'll end up having to change to maybe he or she or whatever so that it all makes sense in writing in first, second, or third person. But I wrote this song the other night, man. There was zero changes on the lyrics. I was like, oh man, I got a great song because it is what it is, and I didn't have to make any changes in the lyrics, and it's really, really good. And I played it for a friend of mine that came over the other night. So I was submitting a lot of my material to the copyright office as to getting copyrighted, and doing books is a little different than music. So anyway, I had my friend come over and we were labeling out each photo and da 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 da, give it a name and all that other stuff. It's different. So anyway, he was helping me with it, and I said, "Look, man," I said, "Russell, you want to hear a song?" He said, "Sure, man." I said, "Well, don't judge it too bad, man, because I still got to look on the lyric sheet to play it." But you know how it is when you know it and you don't have to try to remember the lyrics. You can actually phrase things better. The whole 9 yards. Y'all know all about that. But anyway, I said, "Look," he said. I said, "Look, I'm gonna play it for you, man." And I played it, and he loved it, man. I was like, "Oh man," you know what he told me? He says, I really enjoyed that, at our place where we go over here and listen to music. It's been a long time since I've heard music phrased in a way that's compelling and believable, And I was like, oh man, thank you, man. Thank you for saying that. That just made me really feel good because it's all about delivery sometimes, right? It's not how good you sing so much as it is about is it convincing, right? Is it conveying? Are you phrasing it in a way that the person that is believable? You know what I mean? And so, anyway, man, does your mood affect your music? Yes, it does affect your music. Whether you're in the dumps or whether you're on top of the hill or wherever you're at in life, your mood and your writing is all derived from those feelings that you're having, whether you're sad or whether you're on top of the hill. Those Your mood affects your writing and your music. It does. It does. It does. It does. So, man, if you want to write, look, in 2019, I was in a place that was dark for me. Okay, man, and a lot of my tunes were on that just coming out of the dark side of experiences that I was witnessing and going through. Here's the thing, man. Now I'm on top of the hill and my writing and my feelings are completely different because I'm in a different place now, man. And so that should answer, the question, the big question tonight. Does your mood affect your music? Yeah, it does. And a lot of times, even if you're not an artist or a songwriter or someone who plays guitar or someone who plays any kind of instrument, if you're just a listener, what do? You put in something in the radio, in your car stereo, how you feel. If you feel like maybe you want to listen to some blues or whatever, or you want to hear blues, you put in that CD of blues. If you feel like, oh man, I want to listen to, I don't know, some good old rock and roll, man, you put in that good old rock and roll CD. And it does affect you, man. Your mood does affect how you play and how you feel. And it goes a long, long ways, man. It goes a long, long ways. So I hope this answered your question. I wanted to talk about that. Does your mood affect your music? I also wanted to talk about a few other things, which was what we have coming up. So you guys hang in there, man, with me, and let me tell you what we got going on. So we have a lot of interviews. This channel is actually about if for those of you who are just joining who don't know what this channel is about, this channel is about talking about audio recording. It's talking about audio gear, new gear that's out. Also, all the gear that's in all your professional studios, what the big cats are using, how they're applying microphones, what microphones are used on what application, how to use microphones as EQs rather than using your EQ in your DAW. This channel is also about reviews on new equipment as well as interviews with other artists who are out there and playing. In fact, we have a Facebook group called Audio Master. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to our channel here. Slam that bell out of the park and get you a grand slam. Also, go to your Facebook group where it's groups and type in Audio Master. Join my group. It'll send me a notification that you want to get in. I'm going to pull you aboard the ship, man, and rescue you out of that turbulent sea and get you on aboard, man. Because this way you can actually meet other producers, engineers, songwriters, musicians, and connect with each and every one of us, man. And it's a great place for you to connect in a beautiful hub that we're creating for all you guys on the Audio Master Facebook group. And here's the gig, man. If you join the Facebook group, The best thing about it is, man, look, if I can't answer your questions right here, right here on the chat, when you join the Facebook group, you have Messenger. We have Messenger right here, man. So a lot of my subscribers are sending me their messages on my Messenger, and we're able to convey in real time wherever I'm at. And it's such a cool thing because a lot of friendships are being developed this way, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So yeah, so we just got a lot of great things going with the audio. My phone is blowing up right now. I got people that's writing in, "Hey y'all, I'm doing a show." I'm doing a show right now, man. I can't get to you. You know what I mean? Throw me the rope. I gotta laugh about that kind of stuff, man, because it's just funny, man. Sometimes the coolest, funniest things are the silliest things that happen to us in life. You know what I'm saying? You're walking down the hallway and you slip on, a banana, or who knows, you just slip and bust your, you know what? And you get up and act like, hey, everything's cool and nothing happened. Those are the funniest things in life that happen to us, man. Those things that just, unexpected, that's just real life situations, man. And that's why I love getting on here and doing audio master show. Look, man, this is the coolest show. I'm not just saying that just to say that, but it's the coolest show. Look, I get on here, man, and improv this whole show, whether I do a 15-minute show, a 20-minute show, 30-minute show, an hour long show, and improv. You know why I do it? Because I want it to be real. I don't want to look at a script. I don't want to be like the other guys out there that look at a script and comb their hair all pretty and everything and put on their pearly whites and all that other stuff. I want to be real, man, and real to you guys. And that's what this channel is about. The mess ups, the goof ups, the dropping your drinks, the whole 9 yards. I want you guys to see it all, man. Totally. This show should be called Totally Exposed. You know what I mean? Like we don't cut anything out. If I mess up, I just ask for you guys forgiveness, and that's about as far as it goes, man. But I was talking about this microphone the other night, man. Just simply because it's the SM57 microphone. For 140 or under 140 bucks, you can get this mic with the shock mount and the windscreen that fits the 57, which you don't see that many of them out there, right? But they're out there. The popper stopper for this microphone is only 12 bucks, man. Only $12. So I highly suggest getting this microphone, man, and using it for your podcast. Those of you who are actually talking through your little video speaker on your computer, ditch that ditch that bad boy and start using your real microphone to actually do your podcast through, man. Your audience is going to love it, and so will you. Okay. So anyway, I did a show the other night on this, and I had so many people write in and actually say, "Hey, man, Audio Master, do another review, do another, put the 57 up against the Shure SM7B again. I heard it the other night, but I want to hear it again in a different situation. Can you run it through a different preamp?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I've got different preamps I can run it through for sure, and give you a different test between the Shure SM7B and the SM57. The SM57 came out in 1965. The 57 came out in 1968 or 9. I can't remember right now, but either 1968 or 9, or maybe, no, 1973. I want to say the SM7B came out. And so it came out several years later after the 57. So this is the SM50 57 is the big brother to the SM7B. And it's funny because the SM7B is really much bigger than the 57, right? So the big brother is actually the little brother. You know what I mean? But they both sound fantastic. So it's not about size, it's about how they sound. And I really love the SM7B. It has a real broadcasting sound, just a beautiful sounding microphone. If I talk to it through the side of it, it sounds great. If I talk, in front of it like this, it sounds great. It doesn't really matter where I talk into this microphone. It's just going to give you a great, 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 great sound, man. Just beautiful. What a lovely sound this baby is. So, I've actually been so if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, man. We're building the channel. We're also getting new people coming in and with our giveaways and t-shirt giveaways. Just a lot of great things going on. So if you're new and you subscribe to the channel, I've been and you've been participating, I've been actually sending you guys free t-shirts, man. So who doesn't want a free Audio Master T-shirt? They just rock, man. They fit really good and they're stretchable material, right? So they stretch. So this is a large and it's super, super. It's probably the best. It's probably these Audio Master T-shirts are by far the most comfortable, lightweight, stretchable T-shirt you will ever wear. I promise. They really, really, they feel great, man. So the other day I had a subscriber that joined and subscribed. Not only did he do that, but he also joined the Facebook group. And I was like, man, dude, I'm gonna send you a T-shirt. What's your address? Private message me. I'm gonna send you a T-shirt. The next day I got up, I sent him a T-shirt. He said I loved it. You were right. This T-shirt is super super comfortable. And I'm like, yeah, man, it really really is. So if you join the group, if you subscribe to the group, man, and you start participating and writing in and telling me about your studio or what instrument you play or whatever, bam, I'm gonna send you a T-shirt, man. I'm gonna send you a free T-shirt. It's that easy, man. And there's a lot of my subscribers on here that'll vouch for me that it's real. I do send out T-shirts and whatnot free. So anyway, summer approaching us, and summer is upon us, and you're gonna want to wear a T-shirt outside or around the mall or wherever. And why not wear you an Audio Master T-shirt? They look hot. They got the stars on the side, right? So you got the stars on the side that's going to balance real well with the stars in the front. You got the YouTube on this side. They're just a great, great, great looking T-shirt, man. So, with that being said, I hope I reiterated enough. Does your mood affect your music? Yes, it does. Your mood affects your music, and I hope that after watching this video tonight, that it inspires each and every one of you musicians to start writing new music and actually get in your studio and start playing your instrument. So I've been writing on my piano, and the next album that I actually do, for those of you who don't know, I am gonna write this album. It's gonna be derived around the Korg synthesizer that's out right now, and the whole album is gonna be derived around that. I may have some acoustic songs in there. If I do, it's gonna have some really cool cello parts in it to accommodate the acoustic guitar. But other than that, I don't know. We're just got to see. I'm gonna have to write. I don't have 20 songs available right now, but I'm sure once I get the Korg synthesizer, it's going to inspire me to write really, 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 really fast. So it's going to put me in the mood, and I'm going to be hearing new things. It's going to inspire me to write very, very quick. And I love writing very quick and spontaneous. I do my best work whenever I am inspired by something new and something fresh. So, there you go again. Whenever I get in that mood of hearing something inspirational, it gets me in that creative state of work to where I'm actually doing my best work, right? And that's probably for all of us, you know what I mean? So, this is my other new latest edition, which is the Shure 55 SH microphone. What a beauty this is, man. What a beautiful microphone this is. How many mics can I get up in there in the picture? But what a beautiful mic the Shure 55 is. So, so nostalgic looking, man. Needs to be in every studio there is. I can't say it enough how beautiful these two microphones are in your studio, man. Just very, very, very elegant, and it has that certain vibe to it. Whether you're going to do broadcasting with it, or whether you're going to actually get up on stage and sing through this mic, To me, this microphone looks like a microphone that if I had I don't know, a rockabilly type band, I would definitely have this 55 up on stage and be singing through this 55 for sure. The cool thing about this 55 is it has this beautiful little switch here on the front that you can turn on and off in any given moment. A desperation switch if you've got major feedback going on, which you hope that you don't have to ever turn it off during a live show. But it's all about positioning the microphone and getting out of that feedback zone. You know what I mean? So this one right here rejects sound beautifully from behind the microphone. So that's why this one is well known for all the, for jamming live on stage, just because of the rejection from the back of the microphone is superior to none. But I got to tell you, this Shure SM7B rocks the world, man. It rocks the world. Ah, thank you guys for joining tonight. Slam that bell, man, out of the park, man. And also subscribe to the channel because we got it going on here, man. And we are going to be interviewing. I'll be hanging out with Dennis Riva Diniera either tomorrow night or Sunday. Got him coming on. You do not want to miss that show. He is actually working out in the field right now. And it's a beautiful thing to see him that things are starting to kick back on, man. Things are coming back around again and they're opening things up, and so the music industry is fixing to pop and go out the roof, man. And my buddy Dennis is probably going to call me in, man, to hang out with him at a show. I just got this feeling that he's going to be calling me up and saying, "Hey dude, hey audio master, come hang out with me. I'm doing this live show in Dallas, or I'm doing this live show in Houston, Texas. And come on over here, man. Hang out with me, man. And let's get behind this board and just watch me roll it. Watch me work." I'm gonna say, "Yeah, man, Dennis, I'm gonna be there, man. I'm gonna come watch you work, man. I'm gonna ease on back and just watch you do your magic, man. Make all those musicians sound terrific." And it's a beautiful thing, man. I love getting behind those big boards, man, and the live shows and whatnot, and see what kind of gear they're actually plugged into those boards, what kind of outboard gear they're actually using with those analog boards and whatnot. Some of them are digital boards these days. So, in fact, a lot of them are digital boards these days, but they still do have some good old analog boards that you'll see out in live performances every now and then with some great analog compressors and whatnot plugged in, patched into those boards. You maybe see a DBX, the original DBX 160, not the DBX 160A, but the original one. You'll see a few of them. You maybe even see some Universal Audio 1176s strapped down there in some of their flight cases. You maybe even see some Pultex EQs down there, some great Pultex stuff. So you'll see some great outboard gear that's actually patched in bay with those great big boards and whatnot. I just like going down there and checking it all out, man, seeing what they got when they're setting up. And here's the thing, man, your audio engineer, most of them, and most of the time, they're super, super great, friendly guys. So don't be afraid to go up there and introduce yourself and just be precautious. Be precautious because they're working or they're setting up, and you don't want to catch them at a bad time or whatnot. But most of them are pretty friendly, and they will talk to you and tell you what they're using and whatnot, and just kind of fill you in on some great things. So don't be shy and go introduce yourself if you're an audio engineer or if you're someone that's been recording for some time. Go down there and say, "Hey, I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much. Your sound is great. I love what you're doing there back down there. And by the way, what actually do you have strapped across the vocal track?" And that's a great way to get start a conversation with them, and even who knows, maybe develop a relationship down the road. You never know. You just never know. So don't sit in your seat over there if you're an audio engineer. Don't cause no trouble or anything, but just ease on over there, man, and say, hey, man, I appreciate what you're doing, man, and thank you so much for doing a great job. You're making the band sound great. And by the way, what kind of compressor you actually have strapped across the vocal track tonight? Mm, that'll get you in. Actually, get them to converse with you. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Compliments and encouragement goes a long way, and it doesn't matter who you're talking to in life, no matter what caliber they are in life. A nice compliment and thank you goes a long ways with anyone, right? It just does. Can't hardly beat that, man. Everyone deserves a pat on the back, especially for all their hard work and dedication that they put into all through the years and whatnot. So hearing it from somebody who's sitting out in the audience, hey man, you're making everybody sound great. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for doing a great job. Man, that just make anybody feel good, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, if they're doing a bad job, don't say anything. If you can't say anything good, don't say anything at all, man. Is one of those things, right? I've learned that. I've learned that. If you can't say anything good, don't say anything at all, man. It's just and although sometimes we want to, and it's easy to do it behind a computer, right? When you're back there, oh yeah, you're on Facebook and whatever to make a rational comment or whatever. Look, but just don't, man. It's just better. Just unless you have something good to say, don't say anything at all, man. May hurt somebody's feelings, man. And look, you just don't know. There's always two sides of the coin, too, right? So, there's always two sides of the coin. I wanted to say this. So before I get too far out, does your mood affect your music? Yes, it does. Does mood affect your music, the style of music you like to listen to? Yes, it does. It affects in every way possible. But I wanted to say this before I get off too far. Uh, I was on Facebook the other day and I had seen where someone had posted some bad things about a restaurant. And I know about this restaurant. Not only do I know about this restaurant, but it's a good restaurant. It's a great place to go eat. And so this person made these nasty comments that the owner said this and wasn't going to give them their free meal and all this stuff, and it was her worst experience and da 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 da. First, you got to think about the source, okay, and then you have to think about there's two sides of that coin. Were these people causing conflict in the restaurant? Were these people they're just wanting a free meal? And what did they say to the owner for them to get, like they were saying, a little hostile or whatever? What did they actually say to them? I'm not gonna buy this steak unless you give me enough. Who knows what they, so there's always two sides of the coin. I wanted to say something to that post. I wanted to defend them, but I thought, well, what's the point, right? What's the point? What is that going to solve? It's not going to solve anything other than get somebody all jacked up and starting a fight or whatever. And so, see, so some things we don't want to catch. So we're past things all the time in life, and we don't have to. Just remember, we don't have to catch everything. And what I mean by that is we don't have to respond to everything that's thrown at us. So sometimes it's best just to walk away and not respond to that negative energy, and to go out there and keep creating good energy and good vibes so that those great vibes come your way, man. Some people think that that's karma. I don't know what it is, but I know that it's good energy and bad energy. And when you produce bad energy, that's what you get back, man. So produce that good energy, get in that good mood, get fired up about recording, get fired up about mixing and playing your music in the studio. And you're going to be writing some great music, man. You're actually going to be coming up with some really cool stuff. And I hope that what I had to say tonight inspires you to go sit behind your piano and start playing again, or grab your guitar that's been sitting in the case underneath the bed for some time that your grandfather gave you, this beautiful Gibson Les Paul. Pull that Gibson Les Paul out from underneath the bed, open that case, polish it up, put some new strings on it, tune it up to 440, and then also tune it down to an open D tuning, or to an open G tuning or whatever, tune it to some other tuning, and then start playing that guitar as if it's, you haven't played in 1,000 years, but you just, and here's what's going to happen. It's going to inspire you to write something beautiful, and you're going to be glad that I encourage you to pick up that guitar, man, and start playing. So I can't wait to actually put together this album and that I'm doing with these synthesizers, and it's going to be really, really cool. It's going to have, I will say, it's going to have this kind of really cool vibe, like, I don't know. It's got a lot of the sounds that a lot of Pink Floyd used back in the day. Welcome to the Machine, that song "Welcome to the Machine" they did. So it's got a lot of song presets that are driven and made around, you know, that sound, those sounds and samples that they were using at that time in the 70s. And so anyway, it's going to be inspiring to me to be hearing these old sounds that I heard on all these old Pink Floyd albums and whatnot, and then to do my own amalgamation of style, how I want the songs to be written, and tempo and key. So the key and the tempo is going to play a large role as to how the album is produced, and that goes a long ways. And so that's something you need to consider when you're a songwriter, is actually who is going to be singing the songs. If it's you, um, what is the album going to be? As far as key structure. So the key structure plays a role as to what songs go in what order on the CD, as well as the tempo of the song. So all that plays a factor. So if you're the songwriter, you're the musician, you're the engineer, and the whole 9 yards, it's something to start to think about way before in the game. That way, when you're putting together your album, you know what a lot of the songs and what key they're going to be in, and how they translate from one track to the next. And so this is some vital information that I'm giving you right here, and a lot of people don't know about what songs to put in what order. And a lot of times the bands, they'll write in different keys and different songs and whatnot, and they're wanting it to go in this number on the track, and it usually don't make it there because of the key, um, and the tempo of the song. So writing, not only writing great songs and putting all these great songs together, also how the song, if you're going to do a CD where there's, more than just a single out, and let's just say you have 10 songs or 12 songs, typically there are 10 to 12 songs on a CD, and you have the CD out, you want these songs to flow from one song to the next, and to actually grab the listener and hold him or her through the whole length of the CD, man. So, usually you'll have one or two songs. I know for myself, whenever I buy a CD, I'll buy it because I've heard one song that's really, really cool, or maybe two that's really, really cool that they've been playing on the radio. But what ends up happening is I'll buy the CD, and then there'll be these songs on the B side of, used to be the B side. There was an A side and a B side on an album. But there'd be some songs that at first I would listen to it, and it wouldn't be one of the best songs that I liked. It'd be, okay, this song is all right, but here's what happens after you listen to the CD more than once, and probably about the third or the fourth time that you listen to the CD the whole way through, those other songs that were classified as the B songs, a lot of them end up being your favorite songs. So it's funny how that works. They're just the B song, and didn't get and weren't the ones that's played on the radio daily. But but after you listen to them a little while, those are the ones that you end up connecting with the most, that resonates with you the most, and those are your favorite songs, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this album's gonna come together, writing in different styles and different song structure, and also writing around synthesizers. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together, writing around a synth instead of your acoustic guitar. I know when I started playing piano, it was interesting how it actually put me in a mood to where inspired me uh, as to hearing differently, as to writing differently, writing in a fashion that I've never written before, and writing. When you're learning something and you're learning the chords, you play the chords and you let the chord resonate, and then as it crescendos out or as it fades away. It's funny, and during that time, you're actually, looking for the next position to play on the piano, finding the chords, and then playing them. So, what this does on the creative side of the mind, it maybe you start singing your notes a legato type style, so the notes are longer, and then instead of more staccato, they're more legato, and so here's the thing, I noticed I wrote a song the other day, and it's a beautiful song. It may make it on the track of my CD, but I started writing a song the other day, and I started playing the piano where I'm hitting the bass notes, and then after the bass note, I'm hitting the chord, in a high C in that area. The bass notes, lower in the lower register, and then playing the upper notes, in the high C area or C area on the piano. And I noticed the way I was phrasing my lyrics was much different had I been an experienced player on the piano and just ripping through the chords and playing all over the place. So a lot more space was involved, a lot more breathing room for other instruments to come in, and also my singing technique was different, just simply because to fill the void of all that time in between each notes, it left so much space that it was beautiful hearing my voice in a legato fashion. And so, does mood and all that affect your music? I have to say 110% yes, it does. In every aspect of your writing, mood affects everything. How you hear it, how you write it, how you play it, how you phrase it, how you present it. It does it all. And it's a beautiful thing. So I encourage each and every one of you guys to grab your instrument tonight, do a different tuning, and start playing your instrument in a way that you haven't played it before. And it's going to inspire you to write some really, really great stuff. You're going to love it, man. You're going to love it, love it, love it. Also, grab your 57, man. Put it in your studio. You're going to love this microphone in your studio. It goes a long, long ways, man. Hang on one second. Hang in there with me, man. I got to get something. So thirsty, so thirsty. So, I wanted to tell you something great. Not only am I fired up about live, I'm fired up about everything. I'm fired about sharing vital information with each and every one of you that join the Audio Master Show. 30 years worth of experience and love and passion in music and writing music, playing music, engineering music, recording music, mastering music, tracking music, the whole nine yards. I want to share it with all of y'all, and especially you guys that are just coming out and downloaded. And you guys, I don't mind doing it. I don't mind conversing with each and every one of you and developing a friendship with all of us. So join the Audio Master Show and hit that subscribe button. But here's the thing, man. I have a birthday coming up, and I'm so fired up about this birthday. Not that it means anything significant or that I'm getting 1 year older has anything to do with it. It has to do about the celebration of being thankful and the celebration of being able to have a platform here and share everything that my passion and love, compassion and love with music and everything that music has to offer. A celebration of sharing that information with you guys. And that's what this channel is about. This channel is really about y'all. It's not about me. It's about y'all, and it's about seeing handing the ball off, you know, and watching you guys make the touchdown. That's what it's really about, man. You know, the quarterback hands the ball off a lot. You know, now he does get a lot of the recognition. If the team loses, you know, they point the finger at the quarterback a lot of times. But here's the thing, man. There's nothing more than a quarterback likes to see is when he can hand the ball off and let someone else take it in for the touchdown. And that's what it's about. Now, there's times he can make the touchdown. He could run it on in as a sweep, fake it, you know, fake the handoff and kick on around the opposite direction and run in the touchdown. He can do that. Or he can throw it in the touchdown. He can do that too. There's all these options he can do. But isn't it great to hand the ball off to the rookie, and watch him make a touchdown? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The underdog. Hand it off. And that's what we do here at the Audio Master Show, man. We deliver the goods, we deliver the meat, man, and let you guys absorb it. And some of it's going to resonate with you. And it's just a beautiful thing to see, to download information to the next generation and watch them run with it, do beautiful things, man. So that's why, man, I'm saying, look, man, go out there and find yourself a band, create a band, invite some friends over, maybe some old friends, maybe some new friends. Go out to a little place in your town where people are playing live music and sit in there and watch them. And go ask the drummer, go ask the bass player, hey, man, you ain't doing anything. You got a night that's free. I'd love you guys to come over. I'd love you to come over, man, and you know, introduce some stuff with you, man, and maybe we can hang out sometime and create a band, create a band, and start writing and playing music, man. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing whenever you can connect with people and get their input. And you know, the bass player might say, "Oh, dude, yeah, man, you know, this band's got other plans, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. But now that you come ask me to join and come hang out with you, I'll be over there Saturday night if you're free." So you just never know. Don't be afraid to go up and ask somebody, "Hey, man, what's your schedule like?" Because they maybe just booked and not have time to do anything. They maybe just be looking for a different band to get in because the other band maybe breaking up, or I know there was a time where I went and did that, and two of the I want to say it was the guitar player and the bass player were going to start shift work at one of the plants, and so jamming during the week and night was not going to be on their schedule. So you had the drummer and the singer that didn't have anything to do. They actually had a jam room, okay, and that they didn't have a guitar player. So it was a great opportunity for me while the other two were running off to go to their shift work at night to come over at Wednesday night at the jam room and hang out with the guys, man. So see how that works? You just never know everybody's schedule. And so it doesn't hurt you to go up there and just, you know, ask, hey, man, you know, I was in a band. You know, I love the way you play. Would you like to get together if you have any free time? Bam. That's the way you do it right there, man. That's the way you do it. And you guys are going to actually do some great stuff. Y'all be inspired by each other's new styles of playing. And don't cut anybody off because of their style of playing. This is what I gotta say, man. If you're you know, not desperate, that wouldn't be the word, but if you're just trying to find some other musicians, it doesn't matter. Find the guy that's available. Find the guy that can be available. That's what you want, because a lot of times he'll be the guy that's most dedicated, and he'll be the guy that's willing to do some things and work in a way that that's workable. And so it's not always about the best player, because a lot of times the best player, man, I've seen some egos before, man. Egos can destroy a band in a second, man, and just think they're too good for everybody else, and it's just not good. So there you go again, man. The underdog. I'm all about the underdog and picking the underdog because it's not the cat that's on top of the hill now. It's the cat that's down here that will be on top of the hill. That's the guy that you want, not the guy here, but the guy here that's wanting to get here, right? Because this guy up here, he's only going to be able to stay up there so long. But this guy here, he's working his way up. And don't you want to be with that guy where y'all can both share that momentous moment of making it to the big time, man? That's right, to the big time. So here we are on a Friday night. It is Friday at 8:17 Texas time. Bam, Texas time here in the studio, our trip studio. And it's a beautiful thing hanging out here and hanging out with you guys, man. I feel so pumped tonight. I'm so ready to get in there and get my dentistry work done because I'm ready to move on with that and to start doing other things, not have to worry about being on antibiotics and whatnot. So it's going to be a beautiful thing to be off of that. But look, I wanted to say this. Look, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'm going to say it again. Maybe you're just joining in. Hit that subscribe button. It should be right down snicker snare, like a snare drum, on that baby, man. Maybe make a roll or two across the toms. Hang out on that ride a little while, man. Step up to the plate. Slam that belt out the park, man. Get you a grand slam, right? And join on in because we got a lot of great things going on. It's the Audio Master Studio, and you don't want to miss out on all the food that we're sharing, man. All the inspirational things that we're doing, and all the information that's vital to your growth as far as being a musician, a songwriter, an engineer, a producer, a mastering engineer. We try to cover a little bit of everything. Hey, look, if we don't know it all, we got friends who does. So it's only a phone call away and figuring something out. Maybe you're just starting a studio. The other day, Barry wrote in and was wanting to put together a studio under $2,000. Dude, I was so excited about finding some great gear for this guy. He had no inclination as to what gear to get, what microphones to start out with, everything. And I was able to put him together probably one of the best interfaces that sounds better than 5 times the amount of some of the other interfaces out there. So we got him a beautiful sounding analog interface. We got him a beautiful microphone cables, Megami, Reaper, DAW. What else we get him? We got him everything that he needed for like $1,500. So it was $500 cheaper than he was expecting to spend. And I told him, I said, look, man, take all this, call up Sweetwater, and get you a sales engineer over there. And if you do a package deal, they may be able to work with you even more on this price, and it'll be cheaper than $1,500. He was like, "Oh man, thank you so much. I had no idea what to get, what not to get, and everything." And I appreciate you so much, Audio Master, for helping me out on some of these things. And I will do a little more research on some of this stuff. So I told him, I said, well, not only do you do the research, but when you call your sales engineer, first look at all the reviews. Okay. So see what other people has to say about these products and the reviews on them. And then not only that, but ask your sales engineer, have you had this microphone come back? Have you had this interface have any problems with it? Have you had any come back? So it's a good idea not only to look at the reviews, but also ask your salesperson, if they've had any problems with the equipment that they're selling you or want to sell you, right? It goes a long ways, man, because they have to be honest with you. They have to say, yeah, well, we've had a few of these come back in and we have had some problems with them or da 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 da. So it's a good idea to ask them, hey, look, have y'all had any back for repair? And they're going to tell you, they're going to be honest with you. And so, but everything that I told this guy about, man, he just is some great stuff. So Barry's really going to enjoy the stuff, especially if he gets everything on the list. And look, he still has $500 more he can spend to buy other things, man. Maybe some mopeds for his monitors on his desk. But whatever the case, man, he was fired up. So that's what this channel does. This channel is all about encouraging each other. It's all about writing and getting in your studio and firing up those preamps. It's all about just, creating music as a whole, whether it's bands or whatever. And so thank you guys for finding this channel, man. This is like this is like the coolest channel to hang out with, the Audio Master. Also, like I say, if you start participating and start writing in and start leaving your comments and whatever on the host chat area to the right of me, I will I will acknowledge all your comments and whatever, hit likes on everyone and respond to all of them, and I'll even send you a t-shirt, man. If you're in the United States, you got to be in the United States. If you're outside the United States, I'm sorry. We can still be friends, but sending mail outside the United States is not something I want to do at all. And I'm just sorry about that. But if you are in the United States, anywhere in the United States, the Audio Master will send out your t shirt to you, man. And it's as easy as that. So I'm also going to be sending out links. Hang on. I'm also going to be sending out links and everything when my book comes out, so that you guys can enjoy that as well. It's definitely going to be encouraging to see the book out and what it has to offer. It is a coffee table book, so it can sit on each and every one of your in your coffee table in your house, or in on a coffee table in a hotel, or in a restaurant, or wherever, anywhere where someone can be passing the time and want to look at a little quick book, um, and get some great information. Well, not just so much information, but inspiring feelings and emotions. This book is going to actually make you feel. So it's all about feeling and emotions, and that's what it's all about, man. So, with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you on a Friday night, man. Tomorrow night, we're going to have the midnight special showing going on at midnight. I might come on and do a 7 o'clock show as well as a midnight special show at the Audio Master. So, it'll be welcome to the midnight special Audio Master show. Yeah, man. And you don't want to miss out. We may be having Dennis Rivadiniera on tomorrow night at midnight. And if he can't make it on at midnight, perhaps he'll get on and join me at the 7 o'clock show, Texas time. That's right, man. Texas time. We bring it on in and we bring it on together. And we got some great stuff that we deliver to each and every one of y'all. Bam! Ah! That's right, man. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. And until tomorrow night, you know the gig, man. Slam that bell out the park. Step up there and make sure it's your pitch, man. And bam, man. Bam, rip it all the way around. Watch it go out the park, man. Come hang out with us. Also, hit that subscribe button right down there. And until then, man, we will see you tomorrow.